everybody. So this is another beautiful episode on Sister Circle. So today I'm just going to be the only host, and I have a very special somebody here in our midst. So she's just going to be talking about everything relating. She can either decide to share experience, tips, give an advice. All I want you to just do is to listen and enjoy the show. Trust me, this combination is going to be interesting. Welcome back. Yes, I said I have somebody that is intelligent, and you thought I was lying. So yeah, I have with me. Introduce yourself.
My name is Ogenetega, but people call me Tega for short.
Yes, thank you very much for honoring our invitation, Tega.
Welcome.
Like me personally, I'm super excited to have you here because I know that everything and anything you're going to be saying right now is just going to be bang. Okay, so I'm giving you the opportunity to just feel free on the show. Like today is your show on the show. So like, what do you have for us today?
Listen,
Without.
it's really something I've seen everywhere, and I mean, coming from a home of I think 5 children, and then being like the first girl, then imagine just being with male shroud and like I mean your guy friends are your brothers, and then you
Yeah.
don't really have any girlfriends, and then coming outside, voila, coming outside, you have to like interact with the female,
You
and then
get.
you notice that in as much people say don't lower down your standards for anyone, and I mean I used to hear it everywhere, and I think that it was only for the male special. So I was like, okay, don't lower your standard for a man, don't lower
Yeah.
your standard for a guy. And then I got to a year, I met friends, like female friends mostly. And then I noticed that you can even lower your standard for your male friends, and
Hmm.
your female friends, I mean. And you really cannot, how will I put it, trust to say this is who you are when you are with them.
Hmm.
So let me put in a way that you are this person, but because of, how will I put it, because of you want to find yourself comfortable around them, you don't want to look like, oh, this one is this one is that, this one looks so different. Oh, you about to say, oh, look, oh, or let's say this one, you know, really, really just like that. And then you tend to change your personality, change who you are.
Hmm.
And in the stance of changing who you are, you are kind of lowering your personality, lowering your standard for
Exactly.
that person.
That's something like it's a lot because it's even very common in the university because everybody tends to meet new people and you are just
Yeah.
trying to like learn
Men on
their
men.
behavior. Like imagine, okay, where you come from, norms, you tend to like joke with everybody, and then you are going to a place where these people are, they don't even know what is called joke. Like
I mean, you're
sometimes,
trying to crack a joke and you're trying to be sarcastic and you're like, don't try me, guy. Like, I
ah
was only just
do
joking.
you get, like everybody's temper is actually just different. So like for me, I would just say, so over time, your experience in school, how would you say you've able to balance that perspective that okay, now I'm now in a different world entirely where I get to like mingle with more female friends. How do I like lower my standard to them? Like have you ever have a situation whereby you kind of stop a certain kind of behavior you yourself because you just want to balance that
Eh,
situation?
it didn't really turn out for me well. It turned out a bad, like very, very bad situation. I mean, but thank God for God, I was able to like retrace back my step and everything. I'm not trying to be the oh godly, 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 yeah. But I know that the God factor cannot really, really be pushed away. I mean,
It's
he
always
did me
there.
first and everything like that. And one thing I learned, and I even learned it from a friend that she's not the
Holy God.
and that's the ability to say no. The ability to say no. And then
Yeah.
if I'm not doing I am not doing it. You cannot change, you cannot change whatever I'm thinking. You cannot make me change my ideology
Hmm.
because of your own kind of ideology. So I mean, you would have I've lost friends, so I can't lie. I've lost friends, and then it was later that we now later sat down, talk about everything. The bond can never be there like before, let me not lie, because I mean, so I'm
Norms.
not trying to be the enemy at this point. We are not, we might not be enemy and everything like that, but obviously you know that even though I say make peace with all men, I'm trying to make peace with you, but that does not mean me and you can really, really be close because we don't share the same ideology, we don't share the same stand. So in as much we are always together, we'll always be at loggerheads. So if you're at loggerheads, there's no really need to want to be together. So why should we be together if every time make a discussion, an argument comes out of it.
Do you get?
So if I can make an argument with a lady, like a discussion with a lady, and the argument comes from it, so I mean, a guy, what will not happen from there?
Do you
So I
get?
mean, I just need to like learn and unlearn and everything like that.
It's actually amazing because me personally, I'll just say I tend to find it very hard to say no, especially to those people that I value so much. Because when I place them at high regards, if like I get a request from them, can you please help me do this thing? Even in my own inconvenience, I find it very, very, very hard to say no. And like it's crazy.
We have some people that you might want to help. That's what I said about some people going all out. So if I know I help you, like I help you like frequently and everything, and then you don't look appreciative. Some people don't know how to sound appreciative. Not that they're not appreciative. I've seen it. And they're like, thank you. In their mind, they feel like hugging you and choking you. My brother is like that. He doesn't even know how to ask for help. Not to talk about saying that thank you. So he said to thank you, but he will just joke and you know that this one loves me, but he doesn't know how to show it. So I mean, I use my brother case study to look at other people, and I'm like, okay,
You'll be able to
we
like
can have
manage
a hair.
situations.
So I can like I have 3 brothers. So if I can pick this one baby and look into other people, so I'm like, you people cannot be you cannot think you are not okay. Some people are outside there and they are not okay like you too.
Do you get?
And they don't seem appreciated. Some people are appreciated, but they don't know how to show it. So I'm like, okay. And even though you don't show appreciation, that does not stop you from helping me the next time. Put that human factor in me.
You
might
still
not-
feel it.
Might not want to go all out for you again.
You still feel it.
I just want to help you, but that it will now pinch me one kind.
Do
I'm
you
going to pay
get?
for you.
I'm not
I
supposed
don't-
to I'm not supposed to say this to camera, but I think when I was in 100 level back then, we had this group set of people that we all read together, we did exams together. I cannot really place it. I feel like I was just using secondary school mentality because out of all of us that sat for that exam, coming from someone that I assisted
You know that
them,
taught them.
I was one that came out with oh my
With the lowest
god.
grade. I know that one. I feel like that one is everywhere.
To think that it's just GST. You guys, I cried, I cried, and I cried because I'm like, why? How can I expect to be lecturer
And you can't say it in front of them because
They
the
will
fact that
feel bad.
you are even feeling bad, but they feel like I don't know. People tend to use the word jealousy fast,
Yeah.
and I'm like, man, I'm not jealous. I just feel bad like we all did this thing together, and then
But-
I can't lie. I helped you guys throughout,
Do you get?
and then I'm having the lowest result and stuff like that.
The sad truth is that there is no how we want to like place it. The human in us will still be the human in us. You will still just feel that in a place of remorse, you just feel so bad because. But thank God I've outgrown that kind of character because now if like I'm helping somebody and the person is doing better than me, you know what I say to myself? I'm like, okay, that's to show that okay I'm good.
Yeah,
fact
but
that
someone
somebody
like can
is-
teach or can
Yes,
teach
that
or
means
can-
I am good. Like it's still me that is like let me just say an anonymous me that is working. Do you get that kind of thing?
Or you've ever met friends that you are trying to help, they are going all out for the person, and then it's as if you are being competitive with the person.
I've not experienced that one.
Shake it small. You're going all out for the person, try your best for the person. In your mind, you have done everything for the person, and then it's a person to be appreciative. It's just as if you are trying to override the person. You're like, man, I don't know. I'm even trying to override you.
Yes.
This is just me. This is just who I am. And then I'm like, I felt bad, but I'm like, okay, I would never. I told myself, what the mirror? I, as a Ogenetega, I would never, ever. I know I'm a girl's for real. I might not just know how to tell you and everything like that, but I would never lower my standard for you to be satisfied. So, I mean, feel bad. I'll still be want to tell you sorry.
Yes.
I'll still don't tell you sorry. But I, as a Ogenetega, I would never lower my standard, lower my system just to make you happy.
Also, that's big because that's one thing you guys need to learn. You need to like learn to like talk to yourself. You can just say some things. It's more like an affirmation.
Yeah.
Just speaking things to yourself, saying some words because let me tell you, if you are even trying to lower your standard for a certain kind of people, to think that they don't even send you, they don't even care what you are trying to do.
I'll try to please you,
Do you
but
get-
I'm not being a foolish people pleaser. It's not get to that stage.
I mean, what's going on? Like it's just a lot. Like we really have a lot of things to say. Is it from when you are actually not when you don't know how to communicate your feelings with your fellow female friends and then they are taking it otherwise, or when
These are feeling especially. People see that way.
it's a lot. You
I
cannot
mean,
even
it's a
say you
lot.
have a female girlfriend and then you guys have not like even have this one
Without-
issue, the relationship cannot go. You guys should just be
Without
for yourself.
issues.
Like we really have issues. So that's not about friendship. And so do you have any other thing you want to say, or do you have an advice you feel like you want to give our audience, or do you have any friendship issue you also want to talk about?
Uh, Thinking of it, I mean, there's a lot to be said, but I mean, someone like me, I really don't like saying some things on camera and everything. But I would want to talk about people having compassion on their own self. I don't know how to put it.
Self-compassion.
Yeah, self-compassion in a way that you allow guilt eat up the most of you, and then guilt has eaten so much into you that you tend to forgive others. You will tend to forgive people, and then you cannot even forgive yourself. And you are like, I put it out there to everyone that has been molested, to everyone that has been raped, to everyone that has gone through 1, 2, 3 things. I mean, most of us have gone through molestation in the smallest form.
Do you get?
People touching you in the right appropriate places and everything, and then you feel like you cannot forgive yourself. I mean, you might have even forgiven the person that hurt you, but then if you see like a small instance that it makes you, and it's okay to eat you. It's okay for something to like you to get reminded of something, but to not allow it eat you up. So I really have not said this before. I've never said it before. I was scrolling through TikTok and then I saw a post. It became so trending then. I was in last 2 months or 2 months, and people were now talking about how they've been molested, and for the first time. And I said in the comment section that some of us would come to a point that things we've not said, we will be able to say it out.
Do you get?
Someone like me, I saw my friends posting stuff, and I'm like, you guys have gone through this thing. They're like, oh, I've gone through my own shit though. But I feel like they look so complete, and I'm like, I knew how to forgive myself instantly. They look so complete. You don't know this kind of thing that happened to them before. And then even when some of them said the story, it's happened from their own father, from their own stepfather and everything like that. And then me coming from like an outsider or somebody, and I cannot even forgive my own self. And I'm like, oh, I am this stuff that they say, what were you wearing? I used to finish my own self, and I'm like, I was born into not really an MFM church, but that was from MFM, and then went into the MFM church, and your pastor was one that molested you, not really molesting you, someone that been molested before, and then your pastor was not touching you in inappropriate places. So MFM categorically, we don't wear earrings, we don't wear chains and everything like that, and I'm the only one that been wearing such. So I feel like, oh, is it because of they don't wear earring and everything like that? I was the only one. I felt so bad. I cried. I ran away from church and everything like that. And it was later I got to know that we that were wearing earring go, and the teenagers that were not wearing earring go, all of us suffered the same thing. And I felt so sorry for them because some people were even younger. And I was like,
How will you move on?
I mean, how would you move on? But see who is finding God better, loving God better.
Do you get like the fact that you are
Right on, mama.
you're not even looking like it? The glory of the Lord, like, are you using it to bathe every day? Because what's going on? Hey, like Sha said, it is really very rampant, especially for those teenagers that grew up in like ghetto area. Everybody have something to say. Everybody have each and
I feel like not everyone that even grew up in ghetto area.
even people that even grew up like even
Right.
where their mother are looking at them like
Yeah,
this.
because right in secondary school, there was a gate I don't leave. If you are passing the gate is always like, I don't know if you know these houses then that the gate is like, you can just stand, it's not like a gate. Just like something like a barricade in that house, and then they'll just hold that thing, look at this prison door, and they're looking at everybody. I'm looking at the gate that, you know they come out, you know they come outside. Our mama, they let's go out now. So really, nobody really looks after us like that. I mean, but they try their best. And I'm like, you don't go anywhere and everything like that. That's the only discussion we have. I don't want my friend like, we are taking the same school step. And how the girl got pregnant, we don't know.
Oh.
And it was not looking like you would see the guilt all over the girl face. We don't know if it was school. The girl could not even talk. And I'm like, they are like, oh, maybe when she got to school and everything like that. I don't know, but I know that if if it was someone from outside, the girl should be able to like speak up and say what it is. But I don't know, maybe it's just discernment, or maybe something. Just had that feeling that this thing is within. Someone within must have done this.
I just feel like sometimes our parents should just do better to talk more to their children. I feel like mothers nowadays, because imagine our generation mother. Hey, imagine us being the mother. I feel like we'll do better because back then, my mom is just someone that didn't really have my time.
Yeah.
My mom is not someone I can just go and talk to. That she'll say, are you sure? Who is that?
I feel like they really just treat us the way
Like
they were treated.
they just believe that we can chest out anything that comes. They just believe
Two
that.
of us can chest out
Mm.
everything.
But it's not like that actually. I just feel like if you are out there, you're suffering from self-guilt, you're feeling down, you're feeling like you are the worst person on earth, my dear.
I mean, speak up. Other people have the
Speak
same
up. Like
experience.
everybody, you to think that the moment you speak up, you are just helping another person that is suffering from that same thing speak up. Because you
Yeah.
tend to like have the one thing about everybody that's been molested is you tend to like have similar situations because it's always one uncle somewhere. If it's not one uncle, it will be one auntie, to be one pastor, like to think they are men of God, like but let's not just go far. I just feel like it's a lot. Just try to forgive yourself, like she has
I mean,
said.
advice on forgiving yourself.
Forgive yourself.
You did not seduce him. Don't think what you were seduce. I mean, some factors are like that. But I mean, for some of us growing up, I mean, what could we have won? What could we have won?
Do you
So
get?
do not look at what people think. Don't think of what they say and everything. Forgive yourself.
Exactly.
Forgive yourself.
Yeah.
It's not even easy to even forgive someone out there. Don't talk of you now forgiving yourself. So forgive yourself. Do not look at how you feel, or don't think of it too much. Let me say that way. Don't think of it too much. Forgive yourself. So once you forgive yourself, and even forgive those that's offended you, so why
Exactly.
not?
Thank you very much. I'm sure that you guys have learned one thing or the other from everything that we're about to say. So this is just us telling you that you should just find time to forgive yourself. You can even start now. Even if you don't feel like telling anybody, just try as much as possible to write it down somewhere. Pray about it. God is the only person that can heal you.
Let me
Like God.
let me just say like a little bit of story. So right from growing up, and then you've been having these little touches and there's nobody you can talk to, and then it's not like a comedy, it's like funny because it happened to me, and then there's no one you can talk to, and then I wrote down mine and I went to go and drop it in church box, and I read it out to the whole church.
Did you write your name?
No, I wrote something like what I was wearing. Do you know the funny aspect? And I feel like mothers should be very, 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 very attentive to their children. If I tell you that I wore the same dress that same Sunday, and my mom did not notice, and the moment they read it out in church, she came in and she was like, she was even just telling me that they say that somebody slept with somebody and everything like that, and the girl even now spoke about Kene, and mom was like, hey, the name even now look familiar of the person. Oh, and I'm like, no, my mom. The urge to like, I mean, mom is someone that is now she's already cooling down. Then Delta worry women now, they are very, very, very
Fire for
and
fire.
I'm like, you cannot even think of it and just think and say, okay, this clothes, this one you are wearing, the guy left his body, pick one or two. Forgive yourself.
Forgive yourself. Forgive everybody. Forgive. Let me not emphasize on this too much. So we'll not fight. You
I
guys
mean,
just
if I'm not
forgive
forgiving myself,
yourself.
how would I make it like a joke now? Sir?
Do you get? Because the moment you are able to like say it out to somebody or just say it out to yourself on your notepad, you just find this ease, self-ease. You just find it cool. Just forgive yourself. That's how I can say it. And let's not long cap. Please just forgive yourself. And thank you so much for joining us this weekend. Thank you so much, Ogenetega. I'm so grateful that you came.
I'm so glad to be here.
Because I'm just laughing because imagine that kind of situation. Nobody planned for it because you don't even know who that word's about to bless out there. You don't know who you're about to touch out there. I'm just super grateful for honoring our invitation. Thank you so
much for having me,
much.
sister.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.